Back now on Triad today, and someone we've had on the program many times before, and always glad to see her. J. Paul, our director. If we can see Joann Davis. She's president and CEO of Hospice and Palliative Care Center, based and headquartered in Winston-Salem. Welcome, dear. How you doing?
Thank you. Doing good.
Good to see you. I don't want to get too sentimental here because we want to get to talking about the main topic here, but just before we lose sight of this, I just want to thank you for all the work you've done in the community, the years of service that you've given, and for folks at home that don't know, sometime, I guess, summer of next year, Joann's going to step down and go fishing or something like that. And
go visit grandchildren.
Go visit grandchildren. But thanks for all you've been doing. And,
thank you.
But I'll thank you again later. But I just want to make sure I said that up front because I wanted people to know. Last month, Ann came on, and Ann Gotro, we talked about how you had this new facility being expanded and all this. What I want to focus on first with you is, why did you even, and I should have asked her then, why did you even need expanded facilities? Because isn't one thing that you want families to have in-home hospice as much as they want to have it? So why do you need more and more facility?
Well, because we promised people they could die at home. But if not their home, then our home. And after all, we're talking about seriously ill people, and when they have to go to a more acute care, they didn't want to go back to the hospital.
I understand.
So we started with 20 beds back in '98, and then we added 10 more beds because of the growing waiting list, and that opened in '05, and now we've added 10 more beds.
But now you also, I heard through the grapevine that you also needed extra space too because of education and training or something. To help me out with that.
Well, not only, probably 10 years ago, we started training every third-year medical student, 64 hours, gets training in hospice and palliative care.
That wasn't always the case years ago.
No, it wasn't, and it really didn't get off the ground very well until we hired our first physician. Now we have 6 physicians and 3 nurse practitioners, all board certified in hospice and palliative medicine.
Yeah.
So you're getting the experts. But we believe that physicians need to learn, you can't always cure, but you can always care. And so we wanted them to see what hospice did. So we needed more education spaces. Plus we have interns in pharmacy, nursing, nursing assistant.
So you needed the space. But how, the $64 million question or whatever, as they used to say, how were you able to pay for this expansion? Well,
amazingly, 2 years ago this month actually, we started off on a $5 million campaign, and if you remember correctly, that was not a good month, especially for this community.
Right.
And so, but we decided if it was important to have these beds, it was important for us to go after the campaign, and we've raised the $5 million.
You made it, and you have a lot of community support, a real high level of support, don't you?
I guess that's what we really want to say to the community is a real thank you, because we feel like we've done this for the community, but it's been by the community.
Right.
Lots of donations of small amounts where they, it means something to them to be part of this effort. And so we are so grateful to the whole community.
And anybody who hasn't been touched by the need for hospice, I mean, you probably will if you haven't already. And I have, my family certainly has, and I just can't thank you all enough for what you do. But now people can still give money. And they can volunteer. So let's go to the volunteer thing quickly before we run out of time. What would you need volunteers for?
Oh, we use them for patient family volunteers, or to work at the hospice home, or to work at fundraising events if they don't want to work with patients. We can use a volunteer to file, to make cookies, to make birthday cakes. We can use anybody who wants to help.
And they get some training, though, too.
Absolutely.
They have to know what they're doing. There's an open house coming up. I want to put on screen as well. Friday, October 15th from 3 to 5 p.m. And that will be for what? What will people be able to see?
That'll be for the community to come and see the beautiful Hospice Home Edition, and also see our Palliative Care Center, which is being renamed the CQ Care Center because of their generous gift.
Sure.
So,
well, speaking of generous, Scott Bauer and the folks at Southern Community Bank have been instrumental in trying to help get exposure for hospice on this program and in other venues. So we want to put up on screen a couple of things. One is your website, Joann, www.hospicecarecenter.org. The other is www.smallenoughToCare.com, which of course is a slogan for Southern Community Bank, but it's much more than that because they really do care, and I've seen it in action. And we appreciate all they do, and once again, we appreciate all you do, and try to come back before you step down to go see the grandkids.
I'll try to.
Thank you, sweetie. We'll be right back after.